I'm Brenna Hartman, the Fixie Chick, live in the studio this morning with Carm Santora, and he is the Executive Director of the Better Contractors Bureau, along with my standard Pat Coyne, day after day.
Yeah.
You know, we are live in the studio, and it just occurred to me that I have not given out our number all morning. It's 9:30. 222-6397 is our number, folks. We also are online at propertysourceradio.com if you want to send us an email, if you have any questions about any of the topics we're talking about today, or maybe you've had a home improvement experience where someone has scammed you or taken advantage of you, and you could share that with us in light of, obviously, sharing that with other people so it doesn't happen to them. And that's what we're trying to do today. We're talking with Carm Santora, like I said, trying to get out some of these scams that are going on to the community so people can be aware. And then we're also giving you tips on how to protect yourself from these unscrupulous contractors.
That's right. And I want, if anybody wants to call and tell us a horrible experience they've had, again, it's 222-6397. I had a question for Carm. I want to be educated, Carm. Years ago, I'm going to guess maybe 10 years ago, I saw the show. I think it was on, one of the night Datelines or 2020 shows, and it was a whole hour episode on these people from South Carolina that go north every spring and scam us Rochesterians. Or they didn't use Rochester as the city, but I'm just throwing that out there for my own. Can you tell me if that's the same group?
I won't say it's maybe the identical group, but it's probably an offshoot of the family because the family goes on and on and on.
Oh, yeah. They branch out by obviously reproducing, right?
Well, they're teaching their children, instead of teaching them something good, they're teaching them how to scam.
So what happens? I didn't see the show.
Well, the show basically, it was pretty sensational. I mean, it was kind of like eye-opener. These people live in a large subdivision type community, and they're called the Travelers. If those are the similar people, right. I'm betting that they are.
Yep.
Okay. And what they do is every spring, the men, the kids, the generations, the men come up with big trucks and stuff and come up and do the scam. Give me $3,000 down and I'll start your roofing job tomorrow.
Oh, so it's relevant to home improvement?
Absolutely. That's why we're talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Geez, the Fixie Chick's getting it, right? Isn't that what the show's about?
I don't watch much TV. I'm sorry.
So yeah, but this is the fascinating part. They all live in these mansions, like they live in big time houses, right? $500,000, $1 million homes. They're not junk, and then they drive these big Escalades. The women have Mercedes Benzes. I mean, they do these parties and these balls and stuff like that.
Sounds like your family.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, never mind. Yeah, but we had to do it legitimately, though. I couldn't scam anybody and just, you know what I mean? That's the whole difference.
You dream about it, but you would never really do it.
Dream about it. I had to pay for my Mercedes with my own money. Damn it. Oh, my daughter wants an Escalade for her birthday, too. I'm like, you're only 11. I don't get it. So,
wonder where she learned that.
Yeah, so that I think is the same group of people that you speak of every year come up here.
Right.
That's scary.
It's the same exact type of thing we're trying to prevent. And basically the deals are too good to pass up. And, it's funny, too, because everybody knows that inside of us, we all want the best price, the cheapest price.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just not going to work, especially in home improvements. I mean, cars, wash machines, no matter what you buy, we always want the best price.
Yeah.
We're all looking for deals. And some, I won't say it's only seniors, but most people want that deal, and they're going to fall for these scams. And, some of our own contractors in our area, you've seen it yourself. They drive the worst-looking trucks, holes in the dents in them, and you look, you go, this guy looks like a regular bum. But when you see a contractor driving a brand-new Escalade, you figure this guy's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So he's not going to scam me,
Right. But he's just going to charge you the full shot.
Yeah.
And not do the work.
Right. And the children are actually trained to ask to use your bathroom because they bring their kids with them. And they'll go through your whole entire drawers, house, everything.
That's right. I forgot about that aspect of it. So
and the children are trained to do that.
Yeah.
To get in and get out with whatever they can, right?
Right.
That group is literally like each generation is taught. And it's scary because the women, stay home. The men disappear for 3 months out of the year. Then they go, or 6 months, whatever they do. They go to different locations for half of the year or whatever it is, and then they come back home and live like rock stars. And and it's kind of scary because they literally it's a lifestyle. It's not just a job; it's a lifestyle.
And 90% of them are getting paid in cash because they're giving you a deal if you pay cash.
You know, I wanted to tell our listeners about some of the key phrases to be aware of, or beware of while you're dealing with a potential contractor. And so say if I come over to your house, Carm, and I say to you, geez, I can help you finance the project.
Well, financing at one
Sounds good
time
to me.
was a big scam. Right now, the banks have tightened up a lot. Okay, so there used to be finance companies who only took bad credit deals because they knew a lot of people were in bad shape and they couldn't actually get financing. So they ended up getting financing through a special, I won't say banks, but special finance companies that would actually only cater to people who had bad credit. But on the short end of it would be the 28, 29, 30% interest that they'd be charging some of these people.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of them would sign completion certificates before the job was even done. So that contractor has your upfront money for the whole entire job before they even finish the job.
Wow.
Oh, okay, so I didn't, at first I wasn't sure where the scam came in, but now I
How
understand
about
it.
this one? I want to use your home as a model.
Yeah, that's
a scam?
Well, it's it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. We always try to tell people not to get involved with something like that. It could be a legitimate thing where they want to put their sign up and leave it there for a month or so and let people drive by. Now, if it's a outside job, siding, roofing, maybe it's fine to do something like that. But you don't want to have someone remodel your entire inside of your home or put an addition on and have people coming through this home, because that's what they'll try and tell you. If we'll give you a better deal, but you got to make sure you let the people come in the house. Okay,
Yeah,
and what they do is sometimes they'll send phony people to walk through your house, and while they get you in a different area of the house, somebody else is going through your bedroom drawers and everything.
Oh, geez, I never thought of that
Scary.
scam. That is scary.
So it's a funny thing. The biggest thing is driving down the street, I got leftover material.
That's
Take advantage of this, and that's one of the bigger ones.
That's a bigger one.
the biggest one one of the biggest ones you've seen, right?
Yeah, leftover roofing,
Yeah.
leftover driveway sealer.
I can cut you a better deal because I got the leftover material already paid for by that other guy down the street.
Right.
And by the way, I need the cash up front.
Yes.
And some of them actually come so far in advance that they will take advantage by advertising in our local newspapers, the little papers with the small ads.
Yep.
And basically all you see is their cell phone number in there, which they disconnect the minute they leave. And the problem with taking those ads out of the paper, the newspapers, they'll protect themselves by saying that they can't check on these people.
Right.
But the idea is that once you pick somebody from that ad, you're technically stuck. You think they're living here, but they're not living here. They just took an ad out in our local paper.
Okay.
But it gives the impression that, oh, this is a local company.
Right.
They're advertising in our local paper.
Probably one of the worst things that is happening now is everybody is so cell phone conscious that if you look in the white pages of the phone book, I bet you're going to find 50% of these contractors no longer even have a listing in it.
That's true. I know a lot of small business owners that don't have the landline. They take their calls on their cell phone because they're on the jobs. They got to work for a living. You know?
And what happens now is if somebody joins the Better Contractors Bureau, they'll sometimes put in a P.O. box number. Well, if they put in a P.O. box number, which we would allow, we have to know where the actual residence is. And that's what would happen if we had registration of contractors.
Well, because a lot of people work from home and, you know, especially in that kind of business, not everybody has a big, huge storefront or whatever.
Right.
So in that case,